The music seems low. Is that in my head?
Chat's been saying that.
Have they? Okay, well then, okay.
Is it just that song?
I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Cause I'm sitting up here and I'm like, do I have something in my ears? It just seems kind of low. I turned it up a little bit. Not a great deal. We're also switching songs, so we'll give it to another song. I mean, that song actually seems considerably louder than the last one, so maybe it's just this song. I have the normalization on, but I guess it doesn't do as much as I would like it to. Anyway, hi everybody.
Good morning.
Oh snap! Vegetable sorbet with the 14 gift subs. That's a way to start the morning. That's some serious milk. Sorry, this is just have my shake weight with me today. To Sam Stargazer, Mini Architect, Czar Cabs, Tuxedoed Cat, Arcana Please, J Car, OK Aspire, Papa Bean, I like that name, Nesky, Randy RJ, Dane, RHD, Penguins for Mayor, and it's Trevor. Thank you, Vegetable Sorbet. Look what I got for Christmas. I'm really excited. It has been a while since I had one of these. Nice. Yes, this is my assistant manager coffee. So it's been really interesting. I don't know how you feel, but I feel like it's been a long time since we did a stream because we didn't do a stream on Friday.
Uh-huh.
And it's really strange because it's only 1 day difference. Just 1 day.
It has felt like a while.
It's really because we did Thursday, but we didn't do Friday, and because of that, it's been a bit. Yeah, it's a very long weekend, but we're back, and actually on Friday, we did a rerun stream of the "We Wish You a Merry Christmas" stream from last year. Mm-hmm. So there's a few alerts from Friday actually. So I'm going to read those. We have 12 months from Rackbell316, who says, as I write this, I have finished the December 24th breakfast stream and pet names were brought up. I have 3 cats, Domina, female tortoiseshell, Alexandra, a female Bombay, Thor, male brown tabby. Anyway, hope Christmas was great. Those are cute names. And thank you for the year. We also had 15 months from Boston offices. Merry Christmas, everyone. 10 months from Cure Jupiter, 11 months from Link60255, 25 months from Wolves of Pie says, Schmerry Christmas. 19 months at Tier 2 from Tentacrow says, it reruns. Light Rock gifted a sub to Nightbot. 20 months from Twitching Bug, who says, Merry Christmas. 10 months from Ken1 Noob. 1 meow from Kepler. 4 months from Cabri29 says, 4 months on Christmas. Also 4 months from Rizzo Luca, who says, Merry Christmas, grandparents. I've been so busy with Tess, family, and more that I haven't been able to tune in, but now that I finally have a brief reprieve, here I am. Can't wait to see what magic will be made tonight. Happy holidays to you all.
Santa's coming in.
No Santa. Risa, thank you. 4 months also. A lot of people hitting 4 on Friday. Star Bloom Face says, Merry Christmas, everyone. Hope everyone had a wonderful day. Also, when was this from? This is my first time watching this. Yeah, it's a lot of people don't even know that we did that. It was last year, and it was a few days before Christmas. Mm-hmm. I think it was like maybe the 20th, 22nd, in that range. I'm not sure.
Sounds right to me.
I'm not sure of the specifics, but
I think he
it's
found
a good stream.
his dental toy.
He likes that one.
He does like that one.
Yeah. Yeah, if you haven't seen that stream, it's now, I mean, right, currently it's on Twitch twice. the original, and then also people watching the archive. But it's also on Stephen Plays as a YouTube VOD.
Kepi ran up here, and his tail is real puffy.
Who got the puff tail? Oh, Link is on the floor.
You probably put him there.
Did that cause you a concern? Hey. Tail was slowly getting
Less
a
puff.
little smaller, but oh, I'm not awake enough for this. Don't you know that my whole day was made when John killed my computer with a raid? We were doing Extra Life, it was 2 years ago, and then we invented Disc Only Show. Woo! My brain knew that there were words in there.
It was trying to get them out correctly.
Yeah, it was trying. Yeah, there's John raided, trying to push for the Game Boy Player Disc Only game for GameCube. And it was timed really well that as he raided, my computer crashed in a terrible way, and it made sparkler noise. And then the computer didn't turn on anymore, and we were like, guess Extra Life's over. And then, sometime later, it turned into a whole show. And now that... we're going to be doing that again soon. Oh, it'll be Tuesday, won't it? First Tuesday of the month? That's next week?
Yes.
A week from today.
Next week.
Will be Disc Only. That was 6,000 from Cool Al. Al, thank you. Thanks for the reminder, actually, that we'll be doing Disc Only. Hey, speaking of things we're doing, Thursday night is New Year's Eve. Please join us at 9 p.m. Eastern if you want. I'm not going to force you. 9 p.m. Eastern, we will be doing kind of like a chat stream. It's going to be partially chat and partially Q&A. So it's going to be like worlds colliding, and then as we get to midnight, we'll bring in the new year together. That's the plan. And yes, on Friday we go back to Breath of the Wild. The first Breath of the Wild of the new year. Very much on the new year because it's literally on the first day of the new year. We have a few other things from the weekend. 3 months from Key Entity Extraction, that's a plus. 400 Bits and Padawan Becca says, we developed new lore during our Shmeri Christmas party. Apparently Sapphire Becca and I are the same person according to the chat. Also, Chaz is Santa. I mean, Chaz is definitely Santa. And yeah, you both have the Becca. The suffix Becca, right? So because of that, I can see that there would be like some mild confusion. But one of you is a Padawan and one of you is a Sapphire. That's like, those are pretty different. Also, 8 months from Calilibre. And then 28 months from DannyX6, who says, on Thursday, Jules commented, I like how genocide implies only John dies at some point in the stream. I'm taking the opportunity to coin Johnocide. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'm down for it. Thank you, Danny. Alright, and with that, we took care of the pre-today alerts. That was stuff that happened from Friday, Saturday, and Monday. All right, so let's read some stuff from this morning.
Nice warm cup.
You want to hold mine?
No, it's cold. No.
Premium Boss Coffee.
Do not touch me with the cold pan.
See, in Japan, you can choose to get this hot or cold, but like here...
Oh, we could make that warm.
I mean...
It's in an aluminum can, so you can't microwave it.
Well, that's what I mean. If you throw this in the microwave, you burn the house down. So.
No, but you could, like, fill a pot with warm water and, like, simmer it.
That's a lot of work. I was just going to say pour it into a mug and microwave the mug.
That too.
That's much faster. Anyway, 8 months from Phoenix Zuzo says, "Hi, Stephen and Mal. It was nice being out of lockdown for a bit, but where I am in the UK has local lockdown again. But I still have work. I work at KFC, so that thing you watched was really funny to me." Oh man. We watched The Princess Switch. We did it.
I watched it. You complained.
Yes. Did you expect anything less?
No.
It is the subject of the vlog that whatever day, 2 days ago. Sunday's vlog. It'll be out today. The Vanessa Hudgens cinematic universe. Yeah, it's There was not a Nintendo Switch. I was mildly disappointed. Anyway, it's like the KFC movie, but far more boring and much longer. That movie is very, very long.
Wasn't
Very
it like
long. It was 104 minutes long, which is approximately 80 minutes longer than it had to be. Was it in theaters? If not, does it count as a movie? I mean, these days officially, yes, because there is no theaters, running. Well, I guess some theaters are running films, but a lot of movies aren't going to theaters. Otherwise, movie of the year 2020 is Sonic, which I kind of want to be a thing because it's just so ridiculous. The best we could do, Sonic the Hedgehog.
I wanted to see Sonic.
I've heard Sonic is good. It's just comparing Sonic to, like, things that are cinema is kind of a ridiculous statement. But if you do just the theatrical releases, I think it's Sonic, which I think we should let Sonic have it. We should let Sonic have it, don't you know? Well, this is a duet, so bless us.
There was a Packer game this weekend.
Oh, don't you know?
I don't know the score.
Well, I didn't go.
That's because we're here.
Oh yeah, I tried to stay warm.
We couldn't go tailgating.
And now outside the bees swarm. They were swarming hard. We got the wasps and the honeybees
I hope
and
Carly's
the
here this morning.
hornets and the... They're wild out there, hey.
I really hope Carly's here this morning.
Steven, what is that accent? Well... Steven, that was not your best impression of Mark. Oh, my name's Mark. My name's Mark, and I'm Mallory's father.
Oh, you're my dad, Mark.
I'm Mallory's father, Mark. And
lots of my friends' dads are named Mark.
Mallory's got a lot of friends' dads that are named Mark. Also, we're all named Mark.
Complain about Spice.
Oh my goodness! I tell you, I had a pepperoni once, and I about burned my mouth. And we accidentally used pepper once in a dish, and after I did that, I couldn't taste again for a week. Roasting your father-in-law. I have before, and I will again. That was 5,000 from Kazayumi. Kaze, thank you. Really, thank you for facilitating a brief Mal's dad roast. I'm here for it. Now just counting the time until somehow he sees that and is like, "Oh, is that what you think of me?" I wouldn't be able to joke if I didn't feel comfortable with your dad, and I do. 28 months from LHMS1704 says, "Happy 28 months, yay! Hello, my internet grandparents, and happy belated Christmas. Just wanted to thank you again for everything that you do for me and all the other grandchildren. Have an incredible day. Love from Norway." Well, thank you. It's been, it was a good Christmas. I think probably a lot of folks here saw our Christmas, because I managed to get that out over the weekend. And it was a good day, man. It was a good day. I can't tell you how excited my dad was.
And still is.
And still is. I mean, dang. Just what a good day. Just from him. Just it made my entire day just getting to see how happy he was. 14 months from NG Ben says, today NG Ben sub to Stephen George. Did they? Stephen Tree. Today NG Ben successfully subbed for the first time. That means NG Ben has subbed 14 times in their whole life. Fantastic. I shall strengthen their heart. It's a good sub message. Thank you, NG Ben. Shout out to Chulip. The game as a concept. 11 months from Four Wolf. Thank you. 300 from Satsy. I'm gonna catch us later. My brother's playing Ukami in a bit. He's getting close to the end of the game. He's at Oni Island now. Well, good luck to your brother finishing off the game strong. It's still a game that I want to play, like, you know.
Yeah.
At some point. 23 months from Kazuyume, also. Kazu, thank you. 17 from Paper Spyro. Good morning, everyone. Glad to finally catch a stream live for once. Glad you're here. It's fun being here live. 28 months from Cobalt says, very merry belated Crunchmas and a happy new breakfast to you. I like that. Happy new breakfast. I guess I haven't taken a bite of it. If you want one of these, you could.
No, I'm good. Chat's pointing out that your dad's shop is sold out. There will be more.
Our plan... Mal and I are the ones running the shop. Mm-hmm. It's just better that way.
Yeah.
Because we already know what we're doing with shipping and stuff. From doing Mal Makes for so long. So we're the ones running the shop. And what we're going to do is we're just going to do...
Hi, buddy.
Oh.
Do you need a lap or are you taking your chair?
Scary alert.
Do you need a lap?
We're gonna put new stuff up once a month. So at some point in January, probably in mid-January, we'll put up a few more pieces. So it's always going to be very small batches. It's only going to be a handful of pieces of art. But that's going to be the plan. And then that works out really well because it allows us to keep it manageable. Because if we were trying to put a lot of stuff on there and take care of all of that at once, it'd be real difficult for everyone. So.
Hi, darling. You good
Don
boy.
says, I see nothing on Steve's website. Yeah, there was things. Everything sold out in, I think, less than 3 hours. I think 3 hours from when the vlog went up, everything was gone. There were 6 pieces. So, hopefully as time goes on, the amount of time that things are on there will be, longer. So, we'll see. Brandon says, can people share what they've purchased with Steve painted this? That would be neat. Yeah, once we, especially once we've got things shipped out, which will be probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're actually gonna request that, and that's really like for my dad. Like I think that it'll be really impactful to see the pieces like in someone's home, because that means a lot to Mal.
Yeah.
Whenever she sees her art hanging up in people's home, it's a big deal. I think it'll be a really big deal for my dad. So yeah, we're definitely going to encourage that actually. So. Take another bite of this.
Kippy is very cold. His ears are not pink at all. Oh, poor baby.
Keep him warm.
He's curled up in my lap. He's gonna get warm.
You want to, talk and eat?
I can. Macau 2020 resubbed 11 months and said 11 months. Also, holidays were nice to me. I got a 25-watt amp for my bass. Who else got what they want? Who else got what?
Yeah, you just threw in extra words.
I know.
Yeah, that was actually a question I was going to get to anyway. So this is good. What's like the one like thing that you're most excited that you got, or like one of the most interesting things that you got? I always love hearing about that sort of thing once the holidays roll around.
Air fryer, rice cooker.
Who the Bus says, I got my first audio setup. Nice.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Ooh, a frying pan?
Toasted sandwich machine. Dragon Quest 11. Yakuza. A plush Charmander that has a hat. Hades. Nice. Hades is good. Some art from Mao. Nice. Cash money.
Ooh, a cast iron?
Ring Fit Adventure, nice. Ring Fit's fun. GameCube
Someday
HD
I want
adapter.
enameled cast iron.
A nice bottle of Japanese whiskey. Quite a few people got PS5s.
Mm-hmm.
They'll slowly start getting a little easier to get. But I cannot currently just walk into a store and buy one. Got Bioshock's a good game. I'm scrolling slow and I know that there's so many more chat messages than I'm...
Yeah.
Watercolor palette. Switch, air fryer. First 4K TV, nice. I know some vlogs that you can watch in 4K. Quite a few people got cash, which is good, because then you can just decide. New phone. A wood-fired oven for pizza. I'm a little jealous of that. Not gonna lie. I saw a few people write hammock. That was a popular Christmas gift. Wireless earbuds. Some other big plushies. Age of Calamity. The Xbox. Okay, I should probably try and catch up on chat now. There's a lot of good stuff here. Okay. Sorry, I'm just so interested to see like all of the different stuff. There, I did it. Okay. It's fun. I mean, people probably already saw, but like Mao really surprised the crap out of me with all sorts of things, which was nice. We have a giant Mr. Saturn plush now, which I'm over the moon about. And then the thing I'm really most excited for is this sandwich.
Next week, Next week.
What was your favorite Christmas? I'm getting a sandwich, but I am. I'm getting a sandwich next week, and I'm super excited about this sandwich. So, yeah. Anyway, keep going.
Incognito95, resub 25 months. Hope everyone had a good Christmas. Mine was good, but at the end I caught a cold and decided to copy Grandpa Stephen and fell down the stairs. Oh, I'm sorry on both accounts with the cold and the fall.
That's really not a good,
No. End of Christmas?
That's not a good way to end Christmas, Incarnado. No. Christmas is great. I have the sniffles. Hopefully didn't break anything. I was fortunate when I fell downstairs that I was okay. I was sore for about 3 or 4 days, but otherwise I was all right. Rest up, drink Gatorade, and eat chicken noodle soup. I am not a doctor, and you can tell based on that advice. We also had 500 bits from Real Moist Pony. Thank you.
Trent2L resubbed 11 months. Hey, Stephen and Mal and Kepi 2. This has been one heck of a year, but I think the worst is behind us. Here's to 11 months of crunch and game and many more to come. Have a good New Year's, and what will be your New Year's resolutions?
I know mine.
Yeah? Get 2018 vlogs done?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
It's 2020. So, I mean, a lot of things happened, right? But, like, I got current timeline stuff caught up, and I've stayed relatively caught up for the entire year. I finished Fallout, oh my god, and I will scream that to the top of the mountains. Still excited about that. And then I've just been working on 2018 stuff. So, like, my goal next year is to finally finish up for good the old stuff. And then part of that is working on some new stuff. Which I'm trying to finish up the old stuff before I work on new stuff. So that's my hope. That's what I'm hopeful for. What about you?
I need to think about it.
You're not sure what you want to do.
No, I haven't done my goals yet in my Techno. I gotta do my year reflection, and then I gotta do my goals.
Okay.
We watched a video last year by CGP Grey about instead of a resolution having like a theme for the year, and I liked that idea too. So I might do that instead. I don't know. I might rewatch that video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good video.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff he puts out's really good.
Yeah. We got a 3-month resub from Cool Al. Thank you. You will have to hit the buttons
I'll
for
hit
me.
the button.
Mr. Squidtopus resubbed for 10 months. Thank you. Sudobite resubbed 21 months. Joyeux Noël, mes grands-parents, et bonne année.
Merry Christmas, my grandparents of the small child.
You should know what bonne année is.
Merry Christmas, my grandparents of
Well, if you
of
do you know the
baby
saying?
grand.
Do you know the saying like "bonne chance"?
No.
Okay. Good year.
8 a.m. Santa's coming.
Oh, like the tires.
No,
Oh.
like
Hold on. Sorry. Is coffee in the lead?
finally.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Oh,
Holy
that
crap.
has no sugar.
It is black coffee.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Oh, the tea people are mad. Eggnog is sitting there like, I came in late, but I'm still here, and everyone's like, shut up, Eggnog. This is a fight. Dang. Also, we're gonna see 2000 for the first time here in there it is.
Coffee got it first.
Wow. People are burning them channel points right now. Every once in a while, Eggnog gets one. Like, hey guys, did you shut up, Eggnog? Do you realize how serious this is? Yeah, you guys know how this works, right? When we go into 2021, whichever one is in the lead, that means it's the year of that. Is it going to be the year of coffee or the year of tea? We'll find out Thursday night. I'll tell you that.
What does that mean, though? Does that mean we only get to have that one the rest of the year?
No.
Because I can't live without coffee for the year.
No, it just means that halfway through the year we'll get some sort of medical piece of information that completely alters our understanding of what that year was. Like in 2018 when I was like, this will be the year of the chicken strip, and then later that year was like, you have high cholesterol and you should stop eating fried foods, and I was like, oh, can't wait for that. Also, if it's the year of eggnog, I'll eat my hat. 300 bits from Andrew in the kitchen says, Mummy, just because. 4 months from Doodlebrock says, 2020 is almost over. Here's hoping the new year treats everyone a lot better. I feel like it will. I'm really tempted to say it objectively will be better. I can't guarantee that because I'm not. Who's that guy? Nostradamus. I was like, I kept thinking Prometheus. I ain't no Prometheus.
Hey, kitty cat. Can we snuggle?
Prometheus and Bob.
Can we snuggle?
14 months from Write the Book Ninja. It says 14 months in this amazing community, even though I mostly lurk. Wishing you both and Kepi a happy new year with all the thank yous for being amazing people.
Let us snuggle.
Well, thank you for being here, and thank you for the thank yous. I know Kepi appreciates it too. Oh, he's just taking a bath here. Leg up.
That's his back foot.
He's playing that leg like a fiddle.
No, like a double bass.
Sure. It's less of an expression, but I mean, yeah.
Well, because it goes up on a shoulder, like you'd put a double bass up there.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
Boop. Or a cello.
Which is appropriate based on the song. 6 months from Gamers00700. 6 months with the grandparents. Woot woot. 7 months from grandson Brambo. Says, like I said in the thank you video, thank you, Stephen and Mal, for making this awful year not so bad.
Thank you.
Also, let me take the opportunity to thank everyone live and on camera for contributing to that video. It was great. I mean it when I say it was seriously one of the nicest things I've ever received. And it really, like, the video was ready on Christmas Eve, and I didn't get a chance to watch it because I was busy. And I'm actually kind of glad that it waited until Christmas, because it took a day that was already, like, great and pushed it further. So thanks again to everyone who was a part of that, especially, like, putting it together. It is great. It was just really, really great. And a good reminder of just how good everyone is. We have a lot of great people. So, thank you. Everchanger says, it was so much fun making your house in Animal Crossing. There were so many little things in that video that tickled me. And also, Mal knows who has her originals.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's always interesting, you know, seeing a compilation video like this, because Mal can point out and be like, those are the originals. Like, as soon as they come on screen, like, she knows who owns them. So whenever it comes up, she's like, okay, those are all the originals. And I'm like, it's just interesting because Mal knows that information. 23 months from MinPanda33, who says, good morning, grandparents. Able to join today because of break. Happy to hang out with you this morning. Glad you're here. Thank you, Min. 22 months from my doodle. It says, late Mary, I'm so happy Mal got the Okage shirt. By the way, any thoughts about Animal Crossing New Year? I have a vague possible plan for something game related on New Year's, but it's not a guarantee.
Not Animal Crossing?
Huh? It's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee. Right now we're planning on just the chatting and the Q&A, and then we'll see. And I'm just gonna leave it there. It's like, we'll see. We'll see. But as far as like Animal Crossing specifically for bringing in the new year, probably won't do that. Probably will not do that. Just because as the new year crosses over, it'll probably just be like us chatting. Although I encourage everyone else to have Animal Crossing open and bring the new year there.
Good boy.
28 months from Existential Joker says, 28 months, that's a full year more than 16, so I got nothing. Either way, I enjoy the time I'm here and hope to be sub for quite a while longer. Joker, I'm glad you're here. And it's interesting to see people slowly creep up to the 30-month mark. Which is not like a number that means anything within the scope of Twitch, but it's meaningful to me because
it's a big whole number.
Well, it changes the 2 to a 3, and that's neat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in it for things that are neat. Also, 5 gift subs from Elfie Goldfish to Circle Now Squared, Mr. Mayor, Commander Gomez, Amanda Henderson, and Poopy McScoopy. What a name. Did you hear Scoop? Poopy Scoopy? Elfie, thank you.
He's sleepy.
I also saw some people asking for beans. Yeah, we could do beans.
Is Thomas still here?
That's what I was wondering. Sometimes I feel like I take it away from Thomas. But also, he's like, in the morning, sometimes he's like, is he here? Is he not? He's, you know. I'll give him a few minutes. And then if not, I'll run the beans. Another bean wrap. Every single breakfast stream now, Thomas has to write a new thing. 300 bits from Summer Essentia. Good morning. Today I'm watching breakfast stream at the same time as I'm watching the Champion Chess Tour because it is a very important Norwegian tradition to cheer for the world champ Magnus Carlsen every Christmas. Weird Christmas tradition? Maybe. That sounds like an interesting Christmas tradition. I really like hearing about other people's, I guess traditions is the best word for it. I've never watched any, like, chess stuff. I know how to play the game. I assume that the level at which chess champions play is a much deeper understanding than I have of the game.
I know that the first move has a name.
Yeah, it's called first move.
No. Like, which piece you move is, like, named. Kind of like how Sumo has all the throws named.
Oh, okay.
And, like, the...
Yeah, it's...
I don't know what any of them are. And, I know what all the pieces do, but I don't know anything past that.
Oh, you don't know how to play chess?
No, I know what all the pieces do and how they move.
Oh, well then, okay. Well then you know.
I just don't know strategy in it.
Oh, Lord, I don't either. Like, I remember I was young. I was like in elementary school. My dad taught me how to play chess. And, like, we played, but the level at which champions play, they're thinking ahead 20 moves or whatever, you know? It's like playing Magic the Gathering with Chaz. Freaked me out the first time.
They're gonna play this card next because they've been playing these other cards.
The first time I ever played Magic, I played Two-Headed Giant at a PAX with Chaz, and it really, like, I thought I was, like, decent at the game until I played with Chaz and was like, oh Jesus, this is at a different
Which is why
level.
whenever we play now, it's like everyone has to gang up on Chaz.
Basically. It was fun. Me and Chaz were on a team. That's what Two-Headed Giant is. It's 2v2. And it was a sealed format, so like everyone had packs that they had opened, so the cards that you were playing are fairly random, but based on the cards that the other side had played.
And what packs they were.
Yeah, well, we all had the same packs.
I know, but
yeah.
He knew the set.
Yeah. So, like, based on the cards that they had played on, like, the third move, Chaz was telling me what they were going to play on, like, turn 6. And I'm like, first off, you don't know that, Chaz. It's... we're 3 turns away from that.
What if they didn't get those cards?
What if they didn't get those cards? Anyway, he was right, and it was very frightening. But it also meant that, like, that we were prepared for that. Yeah. Anyway, that was... I don't know if that meant anything to him, but it was the first time I'd ever played on, like, his team.
So you could see what his level was at.
Yeah, and, like, what he was thinking about was not what I was thinking about. Anyway, it was cool. 4 months from Palpable Potato says, rerun was super fun. Thank you for doing that. Time for more Becca. Becca lore. Missed that last little part. Time for more Becca. Yeah, the rerun. I don't think the rerun was even my idea. I owe that to the mods. I think. I think they're the ones that came up with that idea. So thank you, mods, for suggesting that. We can do more reruns in the future. I don't know that it'll always make sense to do so, but for Christmas, for this specific instance, it was actually a really great idea because, we weren't going to stream. We get 7 months right now. How to spell calm. It says 7 moons. Only like 893 more until you can beat Odyssey. 24 months from Ange Min 85 says, good morning, Stephen Mountkeppy. Glad you got to spend Christmas with your family. Me too. It was really special. I'm not sure when we're going to get together with them next. I wish I knew. Every time you do that, it's like a dice roll.
Yeah.
So you want to roll the dice as little as possible. So right now I'm just kind of like, well, let's just kind of go back to the way things were, and we'll see if something makes sense at some point in the future. 26 months from Quack Team James. Thanks for the lovely Christmas vlogs. I'm currently stuck lying on my side recovering from surgery, which made Christmas interesting. Thanks so much for your great content. Well, I'm glad that the vlogs helped at minimum.
Yeah.
And I hope that you you recover well. Just take it easy. Just relax. 8 months from Molad. Says 8 months. There haven't been 8 months in this year yet. It depends how you're looking at things. This month was either 4 months long or 400 months long.
Mm-hmm.
April through December has been one giant blurred month to me, so it could be 4 months. 6 months from Nunshoes. On to the third trimester. 500 bits run out to spell calm. So speaking of cinema, did you hear that Shrek was added to the National Film Registry of the Library of Congress?
I did not hear.
Somebody once told me that Shrek was added to the National Film Registry of Library of Congress. That person was I know how to spell calm.
Drink your coffee, boss.
You gonna read another one?
Mm-hmm. Furious Kitty resub for 16 months. Hi guys, sorry being MIA for several months. Life has been difficult to make it short. Please don't think I don't love you anymore because I haven't watched your content in a while. I'll catch up eventually. Still love y'all.
No worries.
Yeah.
Life happens.
Hope the difficulty stops for you.
Life happens. We certainly understand. So, no sweat.
Marty Griff 1980 resubbed not resubbed, sent 666 bits. Happy Christmas and New Year. Thanks for keeping me sane-ish over the year.
No problem. Thank you,
That's what
Marty.
we're doing.
Can you believe there's only 2 days left in this year?
I know. Trust me, I'm at the end of like 3 Techos and starting 2 others. There's so many on my desks right now.
Yeah.
They're taking up so much room, especially the new ones because they're a larger size.
This is a Pop-Tart. This is cinnamon brown sugar?
Brown sugar cinnamon?
Is that what the official
I
name
think
is?
so.
I just know him as Brown Pop-Tart. And everyone else, like at least in the States, would be like Brown Pop-Tart. But it's I think the official name is Brown Sugar Cinnamon. Yeah.
Brandon says time to get a new desk for journaling, and so 1 for tape, 1 for journaling, 1 for work. I need one for my sewing machine. I want to sew. I've been watching all the amazing things Haley's been doing, and I'm like, I want to make a skirt.
Haley is amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
In like
I don't know
a
how
week,
she does what she does.
in like a week, once we get into the new year, I'll put my 2020 Techos up on the shelf with my other ones. My old ones.
Oh man, you know what?
But right now I have both, because we still have some of the days from that year, but I'm doing the weekly, and it's part of the new year this week, so I have to have the new one out.
One of the things I have to do in the new year is, I back up all the files to externals.
Yep.
I never did that in 2019.
So you gotta do it for 2 years now.
So I have all of the files for 2019 on my external. So I have the 2019 files and I have the 2020 files. So those need to be put onto
Shelved.
Yeah, those need to be shelved. It's fun. And then I'll get a lot of space back. Because right now, let's see, how big is that? The RAID is 12 terabytes, I think. Yeah, the RAID's 12 terabytes, and there's 5 left, so I'm probably using like 7 or 8.
You gonna back up my stuff too?
I back up your stuff every year too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to clear out my RAID too.
Yeah, the 12
There's like photos from when we saw pizza that I need to like
deal with. The 12 terabytes that's just my active, that's what I'm working on at any given time, but it's also storage for, I mean, essentially, yeah, 2019 to 20. That's not everything, because some of the stuff has already been backed up somewhere. Because some of the stuff is still on the...
Laptop?
No, not the laptop. The
Windows.
It's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Brandon says, is your 12 terabyte an SSD or HDD RAID? HDD RAID. When either I become Jeff Bezos or SSDs become less prohibitively expensive, would I be able to do a 12 terabyte SSD RAID? That would be a lot. That would be a lot of money. It would be fast. Who would be fast? But no, it's just spinning hard drive disk. Brandon says, I found NVMe 1 terabyte SSDs last month for under $100, so it's coming. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, they'd have to be big capacity ones, and that's really where like that's really where the cost comes in, because like you can buy it's finally like relatively reasonable to pick up the external Samsung SSDs. Like we used one for the camera, and like those used to be really expensive, and now they're finally to the point where they're really not that expensive anymore. But it's all about capacity. So like you can get a 1 terabyte for pretty cheap, but if you're trying to get like, I think a 4 terabyte is a big one they make, like it doesn't scale. It's not the 1 terabyte times 4. It's like the one. Yeah, it's much more. So that's one of the problems. Anyway.
Murmur sent 500 bits. After working all the hours because of the holidays, I'm now enjoying a nice stay-at-home vacation. Hope everyone else has a safe and happy New Year. I hope you enjoy your New Year vacation. Stay-home-cation. Staycation, that's the word. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cookie Monster Alter Ego resub 7 months. Just checking in to renew my subscription before starting a rare Tuesday or Thursday off. Stay safe in 7 months. That's nearly 10 months. Sure has felt that way.
I'm really excited to go into 2021. For what it's worth, 2020 feels like, I think everyone agreed, 2020 is like the year of the pandemic. That was like the thing that, no matter where you were in the world, it was like the big thing. Now, we still have some time before, people can get vaccinated. So as a result, 2021, at least the first half of it, is going to feel kind of like 2020's post-game. So like in that sense, 2020 is like longer than 12 months. However, it's like, because you can see the end in sight, it makes it all better, Yeah, it's a 2020 epilogue. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah, it's New Game Plus. So even though it's like in some ways an extension of 2020, it's still okay. It's like, we have a little bit more of this. That's unfortunate. But the fact that we're getting to the end of it brings everyone some level of hope. So, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, New Game Plus implies starting 2020 over again. You start 2020 over again, but this time you have the vaccine at the start of the game. makes the game like a lot easier. Anyway.
Jithibic Card sent 300 bits. I see, Mal, why you keep signaling to me to be quiet about the giant Mr. Saturn being sold online. Have a great day and belated happy Christmas. Yeah. Remember when chat was talking about that and people were sending stuff to tell us that it was up? You were talking and you were like, we'll have to check into that. And I was like,
I actually don't remember that,
Okay.
which I guess worked to your advantage.
It did.
I tend to forget things very easily,
Uh-huh.
so I guess that was good for you that I did not remember. I did not remember to look into that. It was a surprise. It was a surprise to find out that it was something that they sold online, because I read up on it whenever it was getting released.
Announced. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't know how we're gonna get this. I thought we were gonna have to like try and do one of those services where like you find someone
Yeah.
to like get it, and then Mel,
I mean,
just on Christmas morning, Mel had it.
They were supposed to ship in December if you got them on the first day, like I did.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, it'll be here by Christmas.
See, this actually works in reverse too, because Sapphire Becca said at least she remembered Okage. On the morning that that Okage shirt came out, I get the emails for that site.
Yeah.
And I saw that shirt and I was like, oh, that's a good idea.
I don't pay attention unless someone tells me about it.
So I saw that and I was like, oh, Mal would love that shirt. There's no Okage merch. That'd be really cool. So I bought it immediately. And then it was later that day, like I think on Discord, and Doodle had like tagged you and was like, check out this shirt. And I was thinking, shut up. Shut up. Don't say anything. But it worked out fine. So, yeah. We were both told about things that we were getting, but we forgot. Under says, I also get, yeah, so it worked out fine. It was just funny because, we were both like within.
Was that the mail that went all over the place? Right before Christmas?
Maybe?
Okay.
I don't know. That Okage shirt, by the way, I ordered that the day it came out, which I think was Thanksgiving morning. I think that was when that happened. And then I didn't get that shirt until like 2 or 3 days before Christmas, so it took a month.
Yeah, that is that piece of mail.
Is it?
Yeah. Because I have informed delivery, and I was like, this package sure is taking a while. Where's it stopped? So I clicked on it, and it went from Illinois and it got to Columbia, which is our regional hub. And then it like went to Atlanta, it went to like Greensboro, it went to Charleston. Like it was back and forth, like they kept putting it on the wrong truck or something.
Anyway, I'm glad you got the shirt.
Yeah, I like it.
I am hopeful that at some point we'll be able to play that game.
That package had its own road trip. Man, I ordered my prints from November a long time ago for my patrons, and they got here like Christmas Eve. Like, they took forever. And then I ordered the December ones like a few days before the painting came out on Saturday, and they're gonna be here Wednesday. Like, they almost flipped which one came here first. But I know mail is backed up because of A, the year, and B, just the holiday, so it happens. It's just kind of crazy that one almost got here before the other.
Yeah. In general, mail has been running slow.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's not really anything you can do. You hope that everyone is understanding that it's going to take a while, and that's fine. We got some Christmas gifts for other folks that we're still going to mail out, and like we ordered it a while back, but it only showed up like the day after Christmas or something. So we have it, but like it doesn't matter. Like Christmas is just a concept. Like if you're gonna give someone a gift, like they'll get it.
Yeah,
it'll be fine. Anyway, sorry.
Keldeo60 resub 12 months. That's a full year.
Finally ate my Pop-Tart.
Santa's coming.
Good.
Oh no. Christmas is a social construct. 25 months from Mr. Viperfang. Thank you. 24 months from Shaman, who says, if the $2,000 stimulus passes, I'll be able to upgrade my phone to the 12 Pro Max and pass my 8 Plus onto my mom. She still uses a flip phone. Whew. Although, the fact that she still uses a flip phone may be a testament to the longevity
Of that
phone. I was using a Nokia brick for a long time past when a Nokia brick should have worked. Also, shout out to Nokia bricks for having a battery that lasted in excess of a week. Like the battery itself was bigger than most modern day smartphones. And also it didn't use very much power because it was like a dot matrix display capable of one color, and that was it.
Was the pixel on or off?
Yeah. I don't... It's not that I miss that, because obviously having all the technology in modern day phones is, like, good.
Yeah.
But man, that's the one element. I'm like, remember when, like, you know, you had a phone and you charged it and then you didn't charge it again until next week?
Uh-huh.
That is a... That's a thing that used to be around. Now it's gone. 3 bits from Prince. He said, good vibes for a negative COVID result, please. I started suffering Christmas Eve and have been in and out of being feverish since. In other news, kicked my brother playing Sephiroth as I played as Sans, so that was fun. Well, hoping
Good vibes.
Hoping that test comes back negative. Mm-hmm. I felt a little ill yesterday, although nothing resembling COVID symptoms. Yesterday was weird for me. Mm-hmm. I think I'm better today. I don't know what I think I maybe ate too many cookies.
You did eat way too many cookies.
There's a lot of cookies.
I know.
What am I supposed to do? Let them go bad?
No.
Exactly. So I ate them. And I've been paying for that every day.
There's also a lot of holiday food with leftovers and lots of leftovers.
Well, they're thankfully gone now.
Yeah.
Shay said, how's the Japanese coffee good as you remember? It is good. The one thing that you miss out on is part of it, I think, is the experience. Mm-hmm. Part of it is like putting the money into the machine.
Or swiping your Suica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, being anywhere like in Tokyo and then the coffee comes out and you're like, because it's such a novelty to people in the States. It's like, a coffee came out, it's hot, wow! And like that's part of it. But you get a sense of that by, you know, having the can. It's nice. Drinking it makes me want to go back to Japan.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, not soon. but you know, at some point. 16 months from the Master Sword 97 says 16. 300 bits from Marty Griff. It says, my New Year's resolution is to be able to hug people again. Also, 2 movies in a year. Pace yourself, Steven. I would like to watch another film. Mm-hmm. But realistically, the next time I'll be able to watch a movie is probably Sunday.
Yeah. Which
means that I will have watched no movies in 2018. Right? No, I did watch a movie in
That's, yes.
The end of 2018 was Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
So in 2018, I watched the Star Wars trilogy, the original trilogy. In 2019, I didn't watch anything. In 2020, I will have watched The Princess Switch, and that'll be it. But if I watch a movie on Sunday, and we're talking about watching Die Hard, mm-hmm. finally, then the first movie of 2021 that I will watch will be Die Hard. Recipe for Seduction doesn't count. Recipe for Seduction is a short film, not a film. Not a feature-length film. 2019 was not a good year for cinema
No.
for Stephen George. Yeah. What about Hamilton? Yeah, I did tell Mal I would watch that, and I'm willing to do so. Oh, Shay saw Die Hard for the first time. Die Hard, well, I can't say that I assume it holds up. I haven't seen it in a while. But,
Didn't it come out in 88?
Yes, but also, the reason Die Hard is so good, and, like, you'll see if we watch it Sunday, the reason Die Hard is so good is that it hits all of the beats that an action movie should hit. And it actually, Die Hard specifically, was very influential in, like, every action movie
Okay.
that came after it. Like, there's certain things that an action movie must do. It is more than just, let's just blow things up nonstop.
Yeah.
Sorry, Michael Bay. It has to hit certain notes, and it has a lot to do with the protagonist. And John McClane is the person. It's like the one-liners and everything. It's just it's really good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yippee-ki-yay.
That's
all I can say.
Santa's coming.
4 months from the Super Thingy Mabob. He says, "Hey guys, haven't tuned in for a bit, but I remembered to set my alarm again. How's it going?" That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Glad you're here. 12 months from Nemo from the Hills, who says, "Finally hit a year. Happy holidays from the Hills." I hope the Hills are doing good. Broken Dylan gifted the sub to T. Thiessen. I think you read that right. 30 bits from Aldo says, "I keep meaning to ask this and forgetting, but do you guys think you'll go back to doing 3 series at a time, or are you sticking with 2 from now on?" Over the years, we've actually alternated. There's been times we've done 3, and there's been times we've done 2. The advantage of 2 is that more episodes come out in a week
Yeah.
for any specific series.
So it takes less time for the entire thing to get done.
Yeah. Like, it's not like one is better than the other. They're just different ways of doing things. Personally, I think I kind of like doing 2 series instead of 3. Because as Mao said, if you're doing 3 series, you're only releasing 2 episodes a week or 8 episodes a month. And that is less than 12.
Yeah.
So,
That's how that works.
math. So yeah, for the foreseeable future, they'll probably stay 2. But again, we've went back and forth over the years, so like there's always a chance that it'll be 3. I will tell you actually, there's another thing that can happen here, which is where we have the normal schedule of like 2 series a week, and then also a 3rd series that comes out on one of the days, but like at 6 p.m. We've done that over the years too, and that's actually something that'll probably be happening like early next year, maybe January. I don't want to like talk about it too much, but people probably figure it out too, because people will be like, there's something that's supposed to be on Steam Plays that is not on Steam Plays yet, and then they'll be like, oh wait, you got it. 300 bits from Hograth with the Hograth. Hey there, Star Rain. Hey there. 404 bits from Andrew in the kitchen. Error: the alert message you are looking for was not found. Where's it at? I can't believe I still have coffee left.
I know. It's a big can. They're bigger than the Japanese cans. Whatever this is.
Odo says, if it's what I'm thinking, probably January? Probably. Yeah. I don't want like, explicitly talk about it. We have, like, vague plans for how we're going to be releasing stuff. But, yeah, it will probably be released alongside stuff instead of its own slot, because there's just a lot of other stuff we want to do. 30 bits from Shanath, who says, y'all ready for the new year? No, I'm not talking about 2021. I'm talking about 2020 New Game Plus. Woo! I mean, again, it's kind of like an extension of the year. 2020 is not 12 months long. 2020 is 17 months long. I wish it was not the case, but it is. 10 months from Humbology says, hey all, No more. 15 months from Zelda Master. Who says, happy belated Christmas, guys. Always love a little bit of internet grandparents in my cup. On a little update, beyond a few quirks, the new house has been great. I'll wrap my rambling up and just wish you all a Merry New Year and thanks for everything. I'm glad the new house is good.
Yeah.
The best part of waking up is internet grandparents in my cup.
There's gonna be a few quirks in a new house. Whenever
Yeah.
you move into a new place.
Yeah, and there's things that you can't learn with a walkthrough.
Or even a inspection sometimes.
With even an inspection. Like, you have to live in a place, and then, like, a week or two in, you're like, oh! But that's okay. Hopefully the inspection caught most of the quirks, you know. Armored Frog says, you have to live there before you learn it's haunted.
There's a light switch in our house where they're flipped. Where the one that should be the light is the bathroom fan.
Yeah.
And, like, you think the one closest to the door would be the light. It's the fan. So, like...
We've lived here for...
And I still mess it up?
Yep, I still mess it up.
And then I go into, like, the other bathroom, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's the other one, and I'll flip that one's fan because it's flipped.
Yep.
Or the other one's normal.
I mess it up weekly. I hate it. My brain
hate that
cannot parse.
And, like, if I turn off the power to the house, I could flip them.
Also, the electric in our house is weird.
Yeah.
As an example, I may have talked about this before, but if I turn the fan on, the fan is on a switch in here. If I turn the fan on, it turns the television off and back on again. That doesn't seem right. That seems like an electrical problem. As a result, I just don't use the fan up here if I can help it, because something seems bad. Line Rider, again, this is a new house, right? Built in late 2017. It is 3 years old. Love it. Love it. I like going to bed thinking, is this house a fire hazard? Maybe. 300 bits from PK Magical says, seeing Mal's big Techno haul made me want to gift myself one along with all the mother accessories. Would you ever do another video on them? I found it super interesting and I'm excited to use mine. That's one of the things on my... I've been keeping a little note on my phone of like all of like the topic vlogs ideas that
For when we don't do anything in a day?
Yeah, that folks ask. One of them on there is talking more about that.
Yeah.
So...
How I use it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of just in your ball field.
Whenever you wanna.
You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something that we'll probably do at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Quiet Team James. They said fire is included, but no fireplace. Weird. Big yikes. Yikes forever. 2 months from Ant123Bell says, as much as it sucks, it's not breakfast while I watch. I'm still glad to hang out with everyone's grandparents. It's breakfast anytime you want it to be breakfast. You wake up at 3 in the morning and you're like, I want an egg. It's breakfast. You choose. 100 bits from Twilight Cat says, perhaps Kepi is the CEO of the Itty Bitty Kitty Committee, even if he is not itty bitty. Alert courtesy of a convo with my mom last night.
Kepi, is that your business?
Itty Bitty Kitty Committee? He's
I'm sure his business does have an itty bitty kitty committee, though.
He's been losing weight, which has been the goal. We've been, trying to very slowly reduce his food just a little bit to keep him in a better weight zone. Mm-hmm. And he's at, I weighed him this morning, he's at 14.8. So.
The vet said he's supposed to be at 14? 13?
14 pounds is like 14 pounds is kind of like a target weight, but he's, even at this weight, it's fine.
Yeah.
He could shift up or down from here and he'd be alright, but I'm trying to keep him on a more downward trend. But he had been up to like 16. And even then he didn't look large at all. But he's also, Kep's just a big cat.
Yeah.
He's big and muscular, so.
He's so long.
Yeah. and that adds to it too. His tail is still long. 7 months from Opal Siren. Thank you. Bringing a bit some Gold Mage. It says, so the 4th gen of Pokemon, probably my favorite, especially Soul Silver, had a Pokemon called Chatot, who had a move that used the DS microphone to say a word you would put in. What are the chances you would ever LP it? Probably slim. Probably. I did do an LP of, Fire Red, Leaf Green, but that's only because I had a very close and special connection with that generation. Although I've heard that it might be interesting for me to cover like Black and White someday, because apparently Black and White, like the Pokemon in there are very specifically like not from other generations. Is that correct? Where like it's just like new Pokemon? Because that would be really neat, because I would have no idea about anything. So that is right. So that kind of interests me, because like I don't know jack diddly about any of those Pokemon.
Yeah.
I just don't. I got Red and Blue when they came out. I got Gold and Silver when they came out. I got Ruby and Sapphire when they came out. I actually got Heart Gold and Soul Silver when they came out too, but as time went on, I played them I played them a lot less. So I have a really good understanding of Red and Blue. I have a kind of a good understanding of Gold and Silver. And by the time you get to Ruby and Sapphire, I'm like, is that Zigzag Zoon? I don't know. So, but I don't know jack about Black and White, so that would be that could be fun. I don't know. It's on it's on my list of maybe some days. Maybe someday. Also, we never ran beans, did we?
No, we didn't. I can't reach.
I'm running beans. I realized, I was like, we'll give it a minute or two to see if Thomas is around, but Thomas is not around.
20 minutes later.
Speaking of Thomas, we saw Thomas yesterday.
Yeah, it was great.
It's the first time I've seen Thomas in a long time.
Yeah. We've seen him since we've lived in this house, but
I don't know if we've seen him this year, though.
no, we haven't.
And Thomas brought us our Cobalt Flux DDR pad. It's heavy.
It is very heavy.
I didn't realize how heavy it was. It's very heavy. I had never picked up the ones that Chaz and Jeff have, and they're very heavy, which is good, I guess. You don't want it to like move around,
Yeah.
but yeah. And it had never been tested, so last night
You should start a little bit back just to explain this whole thing. I found it.
Quick version for the folks that haven't heard the story before. We were looking for, very specifically, a Cobalt Flux DDR pad. Cobalt Flux is a company that made dance pads a decade or more ago. The company's been defunct for a long time because the interest in DDR has, mostly gone away. But they made them at such a high standard, a high quality, that even though it's been a decade, the pads still work. So they are hard to find because the people that have them generally don't want to get rid of them. But they are good if you can find one. So Mal found one, much closer to Thomas, and we asked Thomas if Thomas would go get it. So
It was like 30, 45 minutes from him.
Yeah. And this was in February?
He picked it up in February. I think I found it at the end of January.
So he went and got it, and we were like, it was at February, and we were like, hey, like in a few weeks, we'll come down and get it.
Because we were thinking about doing that in March.
Cue pandemic. So it's just been sitting in his office for 9 or 10 months. And finally yesterday, we got it. And it had never been tested, because Thomas didn't have a way to test it. So we hooked it up to the PS2 and tried it out. And it works. Oh, that's interesting. Audrey says the last time you saw Thomas was the 27th of December, 2019. A year and a day gap. Wow.
He visited his parents for Christmas last year.
What makes that specific thing interesting is that means that it had been over a year by one day that we had seen him. So, yeah. So now we have it, and it's cool because it's a really great source of exercise.
Yeah.
And it's fun, and we've missed it. I plugged it up to the PS2, and I was trying it last night, and my first realization was, oh man, I'm out of practice for this. And I am. But I'm looking forward to getting back into it. And ultimately, I want to hook up a computer downstairs where I can just run Stepmania. For one, it gives us a better song selection, but then also we can adjust the sync.
The lag.
Because there's... Yeah, coming from a PlayStation 2, there's some element of lag going to a modern television. And it's playable, but it's not perfect. And on a computer, we could adjust that to be perfect, so... Yeah. Anyway, that's the...
That's the story.
Yeah, that's the story.
And I'm impressed with it, though. Because, like, it looks pristine.
It looks like it really hasn't been used much. So, Shay says, is it better or worse exercise than Ring Fit?
It's different exercise.
It's super different, because Ring Fit, you're really only working your torso up.
No. I mean, there's leg things like squats with Ring Fit.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just associating the thing.
With the ring, yeah.
Yeah. It's better cardio.
Yeah,
DDR
is
is
like
way...
strictly cardio.
Yeah, like because in Ring Fit, you're doing more, I guess, strength stuff or whatever.
It's focusing a little bit more total body.
Yeah, DDR is almost completely cardio, because you're just moving so much. But it's fun. It's fun. I used to play a lot in high school, so I'm looking forward to getting back into it. And also realizing that my body has probably aged. Because that was literally half my life ago. Whew. It'll be fine. 500 bits from my Now to Spell column. It says, they're making a car that runs on water. Water, man! I'm looking forward to water car. 9 months from Pete Cow says, good morning, taking a Twitch baby into the new year. A good year. Good year to take a baby into. 300 bits from Kazuyuma says, oh, are you getting the KF console, Steven? If they send it to me, I will gladly accept. It's got a chicken crisper. Looking forward to a chicken crisper in that. 300 bits from Adrian Kell says, we need more Mummy in this list of alerts.
Santa's coming.
I was like, maybe not Mommy, but Santa. Not Santa.
Not Santa.
Santa alerts and all the Christmas alerts will be going away on, I guess, Thursday night. Probably.
Yeah.
So, there will be the holiday alerts today and then Thursday morning.
That'll be it.
And then they'll be going away they'll be back in storage for a year.
Are you a little sausage roll?
He's cute.
He's cute.
300 bits from Furious Kitty says, sorry if this has been asked before. Any thoughts / opinions / plans on Cyberpunk 2077? No current plans to cover it, just because there's so many other games that are already on my list of things I want to play. And Cyberpunk is another long game. So... It's something that, if I wound up with a copy, I would probably do maybe a long first 20 of or something. But I don't have any plans for coverage of it otherwise. I've got some friends that were really looking forward to it and have been playing it a lot, though. Padawan Becca gifted a sub to Santa Chaz. Ho, ho, ho. 28 months from Perendria says, have a happy new year. Thank you. Mr. Mayer gifted a sub to Iceena. 20 months from Xenoblade Fanatic says, such big number. Getting that too. 300 bits from Adrian Cow, who says, as a music game player, question, have you had a chance to play the newest version, DDR-A20? There's probably a Dave & Buster's near you with it, but it's the first official US release since DDR-X2 in the early 2010s.
We
yes.
played it.
I've played on a DDR-A machine. In Atlanta?
Was it when we went there for Florence?
Yeah, I think that was an A machine.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've played on
sure
one.
it was an A machine.
I know I've played on one. Yeah, the round one in Atlanta had it. We have a Dave & Buster's in Myrtle Beach, but our Dave & Buster's didn't get one. Because I actually...
Which is surprising because we're a tourist town.
I mean, they might have it now, but at
Yeah.
the time I looked into it because they were like, DDRA, coming to Dave & Buster's. I was like, oh, cool. And I looked at the list and Myrtle Beach was conspicuously absent. This is around the time where I had started to be like, oh, I really want to play DDR again and was willing to go somewhere and play. So, a full-fledged Beat Saber machine? I didn't know that was a thing.
Ouch. That was my ankle popping.
Holy crap. Or should I say, holy crack. That was loud.
Yeah.
Did you break something?
No.
Yikes. I'm gonna say they could hear that.
It was my ankle.
Oof. Oof. 30 bits from Musy, who says, thank you so much for putting the Christmas vlog up as soon as you did. Christmas is very bittersweet for me for personal reasons, and it brought a big smile on my face. Do you still plan on doing your gift exchange with Emile Massé this year? I can understand if you don't, all things considered. Seeing that vlog is like Christmas Part 2. Stay safe and have a great new year. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not gonna say no. It hinges on
Some various things.
it hinges on some various things. You know, like we had folks here physically in the house for Extra Life, and it required, 2-week quarantine. So basically, it would require that.
Yeah.
And if that's something that all parties can do, then there's
some other things we're not sure of
It's a possibility
right now, timing-wise, that we're waiting on.
Yeah. So there's some things that we got to figure out,
Yeah.
and then it's not impossible. I would quite like it because it's been a year and I miss both of them. So. 24 months from Com Cody. He says, I swear I haven't been sleeping in and missing these for many months because school has been online. Anyway, I hope you guys continue to have happy holidays, and I wish you guys the best. Love you both. Thank you, Cody. Congrats on 2 years. And then 3 bits from Bella Bunny. He says, Merry Post-Christmas. Clown roll. Merry Post-Christmas. I got through all the alerts. Kind of perused a little bit. Oh, thank you, Mummy. You found my alert. Remember when Coffee was winning the Cup War at one point?
For one point.
Oh, wow. That was brief. I can't believe...
It happened. It happened, though. That's...
Coffee's got to win more quietly. Coffee's kind of got to sneak in. Like,
How?
I don't know. Line Rider says, and then everything changed when the T-Nation attacked. Still, I think it's closer than it's been. So, I mean, that's good. At least that's a plus. Things to ensure that we remind folks about. Today's Pikmin Day.
Yes.
Today's the day that the Pikmin are on the lily pad, and
Oh, today's the lily pad day. Okay.
they can swim. It'll be fine. The reds and yellows are known as great swimmers.
Yeah.
So there's an episode of Pikmin today. On Thursday, there will be breakfast stream like usual.
Uh-huh.
Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, we will be doing a New Year's Eve stream.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be very chill. It'll also be a Q&A stream, at least partially. It'll be done very similarly to how we did it last year, where we'll be taking questions live.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be our literally annual Q&A. It's our last day to do it. If we don't do it Thursday, we won't have a Q&A for 2020. So, you'll have to make sure that you stop on by and ask a question.
Kepler is laying on Steven's lap, like on his side, and his
Paw
hands
over his
are...
eyes. Too bright.
It's too bright for Cappy.
And then Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, our normal time for Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
Going back into the wild.
Yes.
I'm excited. Having a week off from that is like, it's too long. I'm like, I want to play a game.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to play a game. Also, Reed gifted a sub to J-Spoke. Thank you, Reed. Appreciate it. Is that it?
That's it.
That's all the. That's all the things. Okay. Yeah. New vlog today. Where we watch Princess Switch, and then maybe a little bit more. We'll see.
Yeah.
That's it. Kind of. Yeah. It's not. There's not too much going on. Poy says this Friday. I thought you were taking this Friday off too. Nope. We took off Christmas and that's it. Just Christmas. We will be back on January 1st. Oh yeah, and Disco Unleashed next week. But we'll have time to remind folks about that. Thurinder from Goldmage says, hey Steven, have you heard about Winged Pillow? I don't think any comments have told you about them. They're almost the parrots of the Pikmin world, so I should. The parrots of the Pikmin world? Do you mean the Pikmin of the parrots world? Because parrots of the Pikmin world implies that there's another Pikmin type we have not discovered. And I'm like, oh crap, there's more. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that we will find them. The secret green Pikmin. One day we'll get Pikmin 4. One day.
One day.
But not soon. Oh, there is actually kind of a secret Pikmin. Could you get the little Bulborbs? The babies?
Oh yeah, those are cute.
Is that in Pikmin 1 or 2? Or both?
2.
They're not in 1, are they?
No.
Just 2. Bulbmin. That's what they're called. Bulbmin. Yeah, they're in the caves. That's right. And yeah, they're like really good at what they do. You know, Pikmin 2, it's certainly unique. It's hard as the dickens, but like it really tried to do a thing. Pikmin 4. It's actually a parrot racing simulator and no Pikmin at all. I'd play it. All right, let's go ahead and wrap up.
Yeah.
Thank you all for being here today, and I hope that your Tuesday goes great. There'll be a vlog out a little bit later. And we will see you on Thursday morning. At 9 a.m. Eastern for another breakfast stream. That's the thing. That's the thing that we do. You know what? Let's go with that. 4,000 from Aldo for Thunder Thomas. Okay. Thunder Thomas!